What's up guys, Cloudie here, checking in with the update list of June's first patch, which is being applied to the servers right now as I'm recording. So let's see what Vespa has in store for us. First and foremost, balance adjustments for Mei, Nikki and Hanus. So June is like NPC week. Well, some of these are still a bit hard to tell, but Mei is definitely getting a big buff, not a bit, a big one actually. She will now come with non-hero damage, and her soul weapon will bring boss damage on top of her attack and penetration and speed buffs. Probably she will become meta in quite a few compositions. We'll see about that, but yeah, I'm pretty confident about this part, that Mei is now one of the core supporters for longer battles. She needs to cast her skills 30 times or so to stack everything up. No, it's actually 35. But yeah, after that she just gives a very strong buff, so definitely meta now, I think. Nikki, her changes seem to be mostly PvP related. There is some PvE stuff in there, but yeah, remains to be seen if she has any spot in anything PvE related and how well this will perform in PvP. It's kind of hard to read because they just omit a lot of the skill descriptions here, so without the game being up it will be hard to tell what she does and what she doesn't do. But yeah, I'll do a separate video on her when the game is back up again. I wanted to build a Nikki on one of my accounts anyway. And then Hanus, she has gained some interesting PvE buffs along with some PvP stuff, especially like Guild War. Expect more S1 hits in Guild War, like, you know, gains immunity to CC while casting this. Alright, yeah, I think she will be more competitive with the Esker and Cleo comes in Valkazar now. That's definitely something where physical DPS needed an improvement, so it's good that Hans is gonna get better. Just how good remains to be seen, remains to be tested. Can't quite tell just from the notes yet, but I think they will be more competitive now, so that's a good thing. Then maybe we could also have like a buff to Urzi or something, and then both physical and magical sides or teams would have like 2 DPS to work with. That would probably be pretty good. But yeah, more on this later in separate videos. I know you guys want to hear about this, but kind of hard to tell without the game being up, you know. Alright, so Ophelia's workshop event. So this is an event that is lasting until the first maintenance of July on the 6th. Basically, let's move over to the events tab and then I can talk to you about this one. Okay, so basically in Central Orver, the normal spot for events, we will have now something called the Witches Exchange post, where you can draw cards using friendship points, golden dust, or gold dust of Golden Queen, or gold bar of Golden Queen. So either friendship points or the entry stuff for the repository. As I have talked about, they are probably redoing the entry mechanism for the repository, and this event is there just so you can like use up your existing materials. You can pull 100 of these cards at a time, and you will be able to obtain common items and 6 types of craftable items that will be used in the Witch's Mysterious Cauldron randomly. So you get randomly items from these pools, and then you can use them in this Witch's Mysterious Cauldron. If you see like what you can get, there is a bunch of normal items, so these will be the common items. And then these are the more rare one, the craftable items, and then there is the list of stuff that you can craft in the Witch's Mysterious Cauldron. There is some interesting stuff in here, like the legendary poison enchant scroll, which, as they say here, will give attack options. So this specifically gives attack option. You can't use it on techno magic gear, so kind of not that important anymore, but it can still be good. And yeah, soul weapon rearrange tickets, that's really useful, especially for scrubs like me who never get a good roll. And then at the end of the list there are some interesting stuff. So fairy wings, this is what you get as a legendary drop, so these will be pretty rare, but you can use them to either craft a soulstone ticket or an NPC soulstone ticket. There is some other stuff needed too, so you shouldn't use up your lower ranking crafting materials until you are pretty much done with all your pools, because otherwise you will not be able to maybe craft these things at the end. And then the other thing, the other legendary one, is the unicorn horn, which can either craft you an event artifact ticket, which is pretty dope. You need one unicorn horn and some mystical soul fragments. The other use is the technomagic gear ticket, which, as they say, you can select the set class type additional skills, so you can set the skill but not the stats. So that's pretty OP too. But you also need skill reforged tickets and technomagic experiment reports, although only 10 of them. So that's a quarter of the usual technomagic gear crafting selector. But and you do not need the crystals, but you do need to give up then on the unicorn horn, which you would use for the event artifact ticket. So if I would go for the event artifact tickets, not gonna lie about this, because artifacts are the most gated stuff in the game. Like now that I've been playing Vials for a few months, it's really hard to catch up on the artifact game. My main has like been collecting stuff for years, so it's quite good in that regard. Not as good as Wells, but like doing okay. But yeah, the alts are just totally dead in the water in terms of artifacts. It's super sad. So if you get a unicorn horn, I would say be patient with your technomagic gear and just go for the event artifact ticket. Those are just so good to have. Yeah, so that's my take. But let's go back to the main post and see what else is there in store. Which is so they are reducing the penalties that you get after leaving your current guild, so it's easier to get a new guild or get into a new guild. You can see the times here, and they also say that these will be like reset after 15 days if you do not leave your guild again. So that's kind of nice. So if you aren't guild hopping, this shouldn't really affect you too much. Yeah, that's quite nice to know. So, and even the penalties for using guild content is reduced to like 12 hours after joining, after your first leave. So that's like quite good. Instead of 24 hours, it's only 12 now if it's your first leave. So that's a good thing. Quality of life improvement. Now, content improvements and client stabilization. So this is specifically for Guild Conquest Vel'Khazar, where they will be increasing the HP of executioner caskets, which is interesting because I think one thing that was holding Clio teams back was that they couldn't do more damage to the caskets because they just died. And now I think it might be that Clio will be overtaking Esker teams. So, alright. But okay, so this update is only coming to the APK version that you get for your emulators. And well, they are still testing this and trying to implement this for mobile version. But yeah, they are testing it out on emulators first. They do say here that if you are having any issue playing while using both the app player and the mobile device, that they want you to contact them at their customer service email address, which is alright, interesting to know. And then the mission icon will be taking you to the in progress missions, which is alright. I guess this is to deal with the whole lag issue that they were talking about. Alright, birthday cutscenes for Talisha will be added. Talisha, best girl. She definitely best girl. She definitely deserves. Now I hope she also gets a balance patch, because I know I've seen a lot of people mention now that with the buffs to May, Talisha will be just get transferred to May, which is really sad. Girls, best girl, you know. Alright, new challenge raid boss, which is coming next week after this week's solo stuff. The rewards will be random unique weapon and unique treasure tickets, unique weapon selectors and unique treasure selectors, which is alright. And yeah, the boss gets a 10% increase in all of his stats. And then there is some hero modeling and skill fixes, nothing really that interesting. Yeah, these are just like minor fixes as far as I can tell. Right. And then that's it really for the patch notes. The main stuff is of course the balance adjustments and the Ophelia event. The rest is just small fixes, and of course there is the fix to the Valkazar content, which is also interesting, and hopefully we'll let more people enjoy that content. But then let's move on to the event side of stuff, see what events there are ongoing right now. So as a starter, we have the celebration events for June's hero balance adjustments. One part of this is, and it's lasting until the 21st of June, so not too long. So for the 3 NPC heroes, Nick, May, and Hanus, if you own these heroes and have them at tier 5 level 100 during the event, then you will receive 500 of their NPC gifts, which is I think that should be 50k kinship with them, so like half a unique weapon, and that's pretty nice actually. So definitely worth getting them to max level, max transcendence if you already own them, and if you don't own them, then it's quite time to get them. Hanus is useful to have, May is useful, well, Hanus like for the Guild War transfer stuff. May is alright with the shop buff, and Nikki is very good now with the stockade buff. So yeah, definitely worth to just get them and get their rewards, I think. And then there is another event, which is the NPC Heroes review event. The usual stuff that you do a review, post it somewhere on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You put in your ID, server nickname and stuff, and then you also need to fill in this survey, which is down in the bottom of the post, and 3 raiders will be picked per hero. So altogether we should have 9 hero raiders, 9 guides that will be selected, or reviews that will be selected for a soulstone ticket reward. So that's alright. Also, they do tell that you shouldn't be like copying other people's stuff, because that's, you know, not nice. Yeah, and you can only participate 1 time per account, which is like weird, because I was planning to just do a guide for all 3, but I'm not even sure if C readers can participate. But okay, let's move on to the normal events. So after the Ophelia event, which we just discussed, there is the chivalry training with Demia. Basically, you need to do in-game stuff for 20 minutes, and that will give you points, and at the end that looks like a unique weapon selector. And reforged tickets are always good, fragments are always good, so kinda useful. Stamina potion is the first reward. Okay, so that's the one that they weren't showing. So yeah, you just need to click these and claim the rewards. Easy peasy. This one, actually, that's curious. It's only lasting till next week's Mondays, 6 days. Alright, so 5 days to collect, but 6 days, it only lasts 6 days. So yeah, you will have to do this every day pretty much to get the rewards. Alright. They do say that the dispatch battles also count over this, but there are certain things that do not. Anyway, playing 20 minutes a day is not too hard. Might be harder to actually go and collect everything that you need. Surprise gift of June. So this is a role book that you get just for logging in after the 8th of June, so after Tuesday until the 22nd, and then you just log in every day to get these rewards. Nothing to be done, just to collect. You log in and collect your stuff, so easy peasy. Let's move on. Spend the gold event. So this is starting next week Tuesday, and you need to spend gold every day to get some rewards, which are quite nice. So uncommon ether box, and then the monthly transcendence points and the soul fragments. So yeah, that's quite alright. Just need to spend a lot of gold every day and then collect your stuff. And then there is some raid coin bonus, but this is curious. It's literally only lasting 2 days, which is weird. So this is until the 9th of Wednesday, and then 2 days of the dragon gear drop bonus, and then another 2 days of enchantment discount. So yeah, they seem to be like going with rolling events instead of just dumping it all for a whole week. Now we have like 2 days of this, 2 days of that. I know a lot of people were like really upset that some of these will only last a couple days. Hero Awakening discount is nice, especially if you want to get that NPC one. I think the NPC one lasts long enough for this. Yeah, so yeah, have to keep in mind that these will only last for 2 days. And I think I already saw some people being kind of unhappy, saying that, well, this is not really helpful. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting new thing that they are doing here, that instead of having whole week-long events, we are just having rolling ones. But all right, let's see what else we have from Vespa for this patch. And there is a post about the changes to products and product costs in the special shop. I'm not really gonna go into most of these, especially because these are real money stuff, so I'm not really gonna check them. What is interesting is that they are changing the mileage cost on certain things. This is the mileage one. So these used to be 4K each, and now it's reduced to 1750, which is quite a nice drop. That's like less than half than it was before. And mystical soul fragments can be now bought as well, which is not bad. Like, that's one pool at Kane. So yeah, that's all right. If you have any of these lying around, I know I have a lot on all my accounts because I haven't used them, so kind of happy with this. And the other is the changes in the Lua tokens. I don't quite remember what each of these cost. Maybe these were like 250 before. I know the NPC unique weapon ticket was 500 because Mr. Wei told me he had bought it for that much. What I can see, however, is that they removed the event artifact ticket, or at least it's not here, which used to be 1K, and I was actually gonna buy those. So a bit sad that they got removed, but now the NPC unique weapon tickets are a lot cheaper. The question is what availability means. Is it like limited for anything or not? Because this says can be purchased 2 times every month, and it's reset every first day of the month. So 100 Lua tokens for 1 random stone ticket class selection. I don't know. Maybe not. You have to see about that. But okay, so these are the price changes, and then at the end we have the special shop, of course. Let's just hop over to that real quick. So let's see, of course we have the step up summons for the new heroes, or not new, the rebalanced heroes, Mei, Nikki and Hanus. And you can get unique gears for them for these. It's 5K a pop, 5K rubies, and you need 25K, I believe, to get the last one. Yeah, it does go to step 5. So you can get NPC stuff, including unique weapons, but of course these are random, so you will probably just get unique treasures. But if you are lucky, you might get some nice stuff for a unique weapon for either of these, which is pretty good. And then you can get one of these accessories. I really like the glasses for me. That's kind of cute. So I think I know what I will be doing with my spare rubies. And then of course, if you complete these and any additional times, then there are some additional rewards as well. And then there is a lot of new stuff, of course, that you can spend your money on. And towards the end, there is also some ruby stuff, which I like to check. So unique weapon tickets for 4K rubies, that's like pretty standard, I think. Unique weapon ticket, 2 times, okay. Unique weapon ticket, unique treasure ticket. Okay, so that's actually an error here that got me confused. So unique treasure ticket, Technomagic switch gear. So this is the entry to the new Arc Team raids, of which I'm still owing you a guide that will be coming up soon. And then State of Trial for 800 rubies. That's pretty good. You can only buy like one of these, but yeah, well, whatever. That's still fairly good. You know, this is 1K a week and you can only buy it once, so that's a discount, an extra entry to trials for more soul weapons. That's definitely worth. And then Protection of the God King, you can buy one during the event, and it's 1K for one. That's alright too, like it helps you select which soul weapon you get during the random pulls from Kane, or at least you get more options, so that's quite nice to have. Alright guys, that's it really. That was a fairly long talk about a fairly short update. Mei buffs definitely look OP. I think she is the clear winner of this patch, but we will see about the rest. hopefully there won't be an extended maintenance this tonight, and we get to play soon. Until then, this has been Cloudie, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.